Chapter 3. The Letters from No One. After the escape of the snake, Harry receives the worst punishment he has ever experienced. When he is finally allowed out of his small room under the stairs, school is finished and the summer holidays have begun. But Harry is excited for the end of summer. When school starts in the autumn, for the first time in his life, he will go to a different school than Dudley. Harry will go to a public high school, while Dudley will go to the same private boarding school that Uncle Vernon attended. One day during the summer, Aunt Petunia goes to London to buy the uniform that Dudley must wear at his school. Later that evening, Dudley puts on his brand new uniform and shows it to his mother and father. The boys at that school wear a maroon jacket, orange shorts, a straw boater hat, and carry a stick like a cane to hit each other in class while the teacher is not looking. When Uncle Vernon sees his son in this uniform, he says it is the proudest moment of his life, and Aunt Petunia cries with emotion. Harry finds it very hard not to laugh out loud. The next morning, when Harry enters the kitchen, there is a terrible smell coming from a large bucket in the sink filled with dirty clothes and gray water. When Harry asks Aunt Petunia what it is, she gives him an angry look and says that asking questions is never a good idea in the Dursley house. She tells him it is his new school uniform, made by coloring some of Dudley's old clothes. Harry knows it will look like no one's school uniform, and he tries not to think about how other boys will make fun of him. Soon, Uncle Vernon enters the kitchen with Dudley, who is banging his new stick against the tables and walls. Both of them make a face at the smell of Harry's uniform. Suddenly, they hear the mailman opening the mail slot on the front door, followed by letters hitting the floor. Uncle Vernon tells Dudley to get the mail, but Dudley tells Harry to get it. After a quick argument, Harry jumps out of the way and runs to the door. There are 3 things on the floor: a postcard from Uncle Vernon's sister Marge, a brown envelope that looks like an electricity bill, and a letter for Harry. Harry picks up the letter, and his heart beats very fast. No one has ever written a letter to him in his whole life. He has no friends and no other relatives. Yet here it is, a thick and heavy envelope with his address written in bold emerald green ink. Mr. H. Potter, The Cupboard Under the Stairs, Private Drive, Little Whinging, Surrey. There is no stamp, but on the back there is a purple wax seal featuring a lion, an eagle, a badger, and a snake around a large letter H. Uncle Vernon shouts at Harry to bring the mail inside. Harry walks back, completely fascinated by the letter. Just as he is about to open it, Dudley yells that Harry has a letter. Uncle Vernon grabs it from his hands. When Uncle Vernon opens and reads it, his face changes color from red to green, then turns gray like asphalt. He yells for Petunia, who reads the first line and looks like she might faint. They talk with difficulty and look at each other in terror, completely forgetting the children. When Dudley demands to read the letter, and Harry furiously says it is his own letter, Uncle Vernon yells for them both to get out and slams the door. While Dudley listens through the keyhole, Harry lies on the floor and looks under the door. They hear Aunt Petunia say that they know where he lives under the stairs, and Uncle Vernon panics, wondering if they are being followed. Uncle Vernon decides they must ignore it completely so that no answers are given, stating he will not allow that dangerous behavior in his house. The next morning at breakfast, everyone behaves strangely with angry looks. While they are at the table, another letter arrives for Harry. Uncle Vernon jumps from his chair and rushes to the front door, fighting with Dudley and Harry to get the letter. After winning the struggle, Uncle Vernon sends Harry back to his room. Scared that someone powerful knows where Harry lives, Uncle Vernon forms a plan to stop the letters. Harry also has a plan: to wake up very early the next morning and wait for the mailman on the corner. However, as Harry walks down the dark corridor before sunrise, he accidentally steps right on Uncle Vernon's face, who was sleeping on the floor in front of the door waiting for the mailman too. Harry is sent back to his room. Soon, he hears the mail slot opening, and though 3 letters arrive for him, Uncle Vernon tears them all into pieces. Uncle Vernon does not go to work that day. The next day, 12 letters arrive, and he stays home again, burning the letters and using a hammer, nails, and wood to block the mail slot, as well as the front and back doors. By Saturday, 24 letters manage to enter the house, hidden in the eggs and under the milk bottles, so Aunt Petunia has to receive them through a small living room window. On Sunday morning, Uncle Vernon is happy and calm, believing no mail comes on Sundays. Suddenly, a letter flies rapidly down the kitchen chimney and hits him on the back of the head. Immediately after, 30 or 40 letters come flying out of the chimney like bullets. Uncle Vernon pushes everyone out of the kitchen, shuts the door, and announces they are leaving immediately with no arguments. They all pile into the car, driving for hours without stopping to eat or drink. They sleep in a dark motel, where a receptionist hands Uncle Vernon another letter addressed to Mr. H. Potter in room 17 of the Railview Hotel. They quickly return to the car, driving through forests and fields until Uncle Vernon stops on a long bridge, looks around unsatisfied, and drives away. Dudley asks if his father has gone crazy, wanting to watch his television show on Monday, which reminds Harry that the next day is his 11th birthday. Uncle Vernon returns from a nearby shop carrying something long and thin in a paper bag, and announces they are going to the perfect place. They take a rowboat through a cold, rainy storm to reach the rock island. The interior of the old house smells like seaweed and fish, with wind and rain coming through holes in the walls and ceiling. Harry has to share an uncomfortable room and a hard floor with a dirty blanket, while the others sleep in beds. Just before midnight, Harry stays awake and excited as the storm rages outside. He hears strange sounds, something hard hitting a rock, and noises like footsteps. With just seconds to go before his birthday, a massive boom shakes the whole house. Someone is outside, and they want to come in. Thank you so much for listening to this story with me. I hope you enjoyed this magical adventure and learned some new English words. My name is Raskoff, and I'm very happy to share these stories with you. If you want to support this channel and help me make more videos, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends who also want to learn English. See you in the next chapter. Have a wonderful day.